Corey. There is abundant evidence in our hands to show that you have given yourself to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How do you know, then, that you are not a witch?
If I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I do not hurt them. I scorn it.
I have evidence for the court.
Keep your seat.
Thomas Putnam's reaching out for land.
Remove that man, Master.
You're hearing lies.
Arrest him, Excellency!
I have evidence. Why will you not hear my evidence? Hands off, damn you. Let me go.
Giles! Giles!
Out of my way, Herrick. I bring evidence.
You cannot go in there, Giles. It's a court.
Now, pray, be calm a moment.
You, Mr. Hale, go in there and demand I speak.
A moment, sir, a moment.
They'd be hanging my wife.
Oh, you dare come rolling into this court? Are you gone daft, Corey?
You're not a Boston judge yet, Haythorne, and you'll not call me daft.
Yes, ma'am. Giles Corey, sir, the more contentious...
I'm asked the question. I'm old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It's my wife you'll be condemning now, sir.
And how do you imagine to help her cause with such contemptuous riot? Now be gone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail for this.
They're telling lies about my wife, sir.
You take it upon yourself to determine what this court shall believe and what it shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we didn't mean no disrespect.
Disrespect, indeed. It is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. You know it.
I only said you were reading books, sir, and they come and take her out of my house.
Books? What
Well,
books?
it's my third wife, sir, and I never had no wife who was so taken with books, and I tried to find out the cause of it, you see, but it was no witch I blamed her for. I broke charity with the woman. I broke charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense. I think in all justice...
Then let him submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You're certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale. Clear this room.
Come now, Giles.
We are desperate, sir. We come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency.
His wife, Rebecca, is condemned this morning.
Indeed, I'm amazed to find you in such uproar. I've only good report of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they must both be arrested in contempt, sir.
Let you write your plea, and in due time I will...
Excellency, we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls are frauds.
What's that?
We have proof of it, sir. They are all deceiving you.
This is contempt, sir. Contempt!
Peace, Judge Haythorne. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, sir. And I think you must be a wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near to 400 are in the jails from Marblehead to Lynn are upon my signature? And 72 condemned to hang by that signature?
Excellency, I never thought to say it to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived.
Get her in there.
Giles, please.
John, get out, Harry.
Mary Warren, what are you about? She would speak with the deputy governor.
Did you not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed?
Well, she were, Your Honor. When I go to fetch her to the court last week, she said she was sick.
She's been striving with her soul all week, Your Honor, and now she comes to tell the truth of this to you.
Who is this?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife. Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief. If you must hear the girl.
Now, peace.
Does she...
What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirits, sir.
I saw no spirits.
She has signed a deposition, sir.
No, I accept no depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given out this story in the village?
We have not. They've come to overthrow the court, sir. This man is a
Pray you, Mr. Paris. Do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry out people for sending their spirits against you?
Pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
It were pretense, she says.
Ah. And the other girls, Susanna Walcott and the others, they are also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Indeed.
Your Excellency surely cannot think to let so vile a lie be spread in open court.
Indeed not, but it strike hard upon me that she dare come here with such a tale. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here, sir. It melts down all concealment.
I know that, sir.
Let me continue. I understand well a husband's tenderness may drive him to extravagance in defense of a wife. Are you certain in your conscience, mister, that your evidence is the truth?
It is. And you will surely know it.
And you thought to declare this revelation before the court, before the public?
I thought I would, with your permission.
Now, sir, what is your purpose in so doing?
Why, I would free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart, nor hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine this court?
Why, no, sir.
Your Excellency.
Mr. Cheever.
I think it be my duty, sir. You'll not deny it, John. But when we came to take his wife, he damned the court and ripped your warrant.
Now you have it.
You did that, Mr. Hale?
He did. It were a temper, sir. I knew not what I did.
Mr. Proctor.
Aye, sir.
Have you ever seen the devil?
No, sir.
You are in all respects a gospel Christian.
I am, sir.
Such a Christian that will not come to church but once in a month.
Not come to church?
I've no love for Mr. Parris, it is no secret. But God I surely love.
He plough on Sunday, sir.
Plough on Sunday?
I think it be evidence, John. I'm an official of the court. I cannot keep it.
I have once or twice ploughed on Sunday. I have 3 children, sir, and until last year, my land give little.
You'll find other Christians do plough on Sunday if the truth be known.
Your Honour, I think you may not judge the man on such evidence.
I judge nothing. I tell you straight, mister, I have seen marvels in this court. I have seen people choked before my eyes by spirits. I've seen them stuck by pins and slashed by daggers. I have, until this moment, not the slightest reason to suspect that the children may be deceiving me. Do you understand my meaning?
Excellency, does it not strike upon you that so many of these women have lived so long with such upright reputation?
Do you read the gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
I think not. Or you should surely know that Cain was an upright man, yet he did kill Abel.
Aye. God tells us that. But who tells us Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by sending out her spirit on them? It is the children only, and this one will swear she lied to you.
She's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent me a claim in which she states that she is pregnant now.
My wife pregnant?
There'll be no sign of it. We have examined her body.
But if she says she's pregnant, then she must be. That woman will never lie, Mr. Danforth.
She will not?
Never, sir, never.
We have thought it too convenient to be credited. However, if I should tell you now that I will let her be kept another month, and if she begin to show her natural signs, you shall have her living yet another year until she is delivered, what say you to that? Now, come now, you say your only purpose is to save your wife. Good. Then she is saved, at least this year, and a year is long. What say you, sir? It is done now. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot.
And your purpose is somewhat larger.
He's come to overthrow this court, Your Honour.
These are my friends. Their wives are also accused.
I judge you not. I'm ready to hear your evidence.
I come not to hurt the court.
Marshal, go into the court and bid Judge Stout and Judge Sewell declare recess for 1 hour. And let them go to the tavern if they will. All witnesses and prisoners are to be kept in the room.
Aye, sir. Sir, if I may say it, I know this man all my life. He's a good man, sir.
I'm sure of it, Marshal. Now, what deposition do you have for us, Mr. Proctor? And I beg you be clear, open as the sky, and honest.
I'm no lawyer, so I'll...
The pure in heart need no lawyers. You proceed as you will.
Will you read this first, sir? It's a sort of testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of Rebecca and my wife and Martha Corey.
Their good opinion.
These are all landholding farmers, members of the church. If you'll notice, sir, they've known the women many years and never saw no sign they had dealings with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Your Excellency.
These people should be summoned. For questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I gave them all my word that no harm would come to them for signing this.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no one come...
All innocent and Christian people are happy for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it. And I think you will want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you.
I think they ought to be examined, sir.
It is not necessarily an attack, I think.
These are all covenanted Christians, sir.
And I'm sure they may have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever, have warrants drawn for these. Arrest for examination. Now, sir, what other information do you have for us? You may sit, Mr. Mills.
I have brought trouble on these people. I have...
No, old man, you've not hurt these people. If they are of good conscience, but you must understand, sir, that a person is either with this court or he must be counted against it. There'll be no road between. We live in a sharp time now, a precise time. We live no longer in the dusky afternoon when evil mixed itself with good and befuddled the world. Now, by God's grace, the shining sun is up. And then that fear not light will surely praise it. I hope you will be one of those. She's not hearty, I see.
No, she's not, sir. Now, remember what the angel Raphael said to the boy Tobias. Remember it? Do that which is good, and no harm shall come to thee.
Come, man, we wait you.
John, my deposition, give him mine.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition.
Oh?
What lawyer drew this, Corey?
You know I never had a lawyer in my life, eh, Thorne?
Very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Paris, if Mr. Putnam is in the court, will you bring him in? You have no legal training, Mr. Corey.
I have the best, sir. 33 times in court in my life, and always the plaintiff, too.
Oh, then you're much put upon.
I'm never put upon. I know me rights, sir, and I will have them. You know, your father tried a case of mine, oh, it might be 35 years ago, I think.
Oh, indeed.
He never spoke to you of it.
No, I cannot recall it.
Oh, that's strange. He gave me £9 damages. He was a fair judge, your father. You see, I had this white mare at the time, and this fair fella came along to borrow this mare, and... Aye. There he is.
Putnam, I have here an accusation by Mr. Corey against you. He states you coldly prompted your daughter to cry witchery upon George Jacobs, that is now in jail.
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A farce on Thomas Putnam. That's what I say to that.
Well, what proof do you submit for your charge, sir?
The proof is there. If Jacob hangs for a witch, he forfeit of his property. That's law. And there's none but Putnam with the coin to buy so great a peace. This man is killing his neighbours for their land.
Proof, sir. Proof.
The proof is there. I have it from an honest man who heard Putnam say it. The day his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he said she'd given him a fair gift, the land.
And the name of this man?
What name?
The man that gave you this information?
I cannot give you his name.
And why not?
You know well why not. He'll lay in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely give us the name.
I cannot give you no name. I mentioned my wife's name once, and I'll burn it out long enough for that. I stand mute.
In that case, I have no choice but to arrest you for contempt of this court. Do you know that?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of hearing.
Oh. It is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare the court in full session here, or will you give me good reply?
I cannot give you his name, sir. I cannot.
You're a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. The court is now in session. I ask you, Mr. Corey...
Your Honor, as a story in confidence, sir...
The devil lives on such confidences. Without confidences, there could be no conspiracy, Your Honor.
I think it must be broken, sir.
Old man, if your informant tells the truth, let him come here openly like a decent man. But if he hide in anonymity, I must know why. Now, sir, the government and Central Church demand of you the name of him who reported Mr. Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency.
Mr. Hale.
We cannot blink it more. There is a prodigious fear of this court in the country.
And there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may only fear the Lord, sir, but there is fear in the country nevertheless.
Reproach me not with the fear in the country. There is fear in the country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not mean that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None. You are under arrest for contempt of this court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself, or you will be set in the jail until you decide to answer all questions.
I'll cut you
No, Giles!
I'll kill you for this!
Face, Giles, face. We'll prove ourselves now, we will.
Say no more, John. He's playing you. He means to hang us all.
This is a court of law, mister. I'll have no effrontery here.
Forgive him, sir, for his old age. Face, Giles. We'll prove it all now, we will. You cannot weep, Mary. Remember the angel, what he say to the boy. Hold to it now. There is your rock. This is Mary Warren's deposition. I would ask you remember, sir, while you read it, that until 2 weeks ago, she were no different than the other children are today. Now, you saw her scream. She howled. She swore familiar spirits choked her. She even testified that Satan, in the form of women now in jail, tried to win her soul away. And then when she refused...
Well, we know all this.
All right. She swears now that she never saw Satan, nor any spirit, vague or clear, that Satan may have sent to hurt her, and she declares her friends are lying now.
Excellency, a moment. I think this goes to the heart of the matter.
It surely does.
No, I cannot say if the man is honest. I know him little, but in all justice, sir, a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. In God's name, sir, stop here, send him home, and let him come again with a lawyer.
Look, you, Mr. Hale.
Excellency, I have signed 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord, and I dare not take a life without there be a proof so immaculate that no slightest qualm of conscience may doubt it.
Mr. Hale, you surely do not doubt my justice.
This morning signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse. And I'll not conceal it, my hand shakes yet, as with a wound. I pray you, sir, this argument let lawyers present to you.
Mr. Hale, believe me, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I hope you will forgive me. I have been 32 years at the bar, sir, and I would be confounded were I called upon to defend these people. Let you consider this, and I bid you all do likewise. In an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls up witnesses to prove his innocence, does one not? But witchcraft is, ipso facto, on its face and by its nature, an invisible crime, is it not? Therefore, who may possibly be witness to it? The witch and the victim, none other. Now, we cannot possibly hope the witch will accuse herself. Granted. Therefore, we must rely upon her victims, and they do testify. The children certainly do testify. Therefore, what is left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I've made my point, have I not?
But this child claims the girls are not truthful, and if they are not...
Well, that is precisely what I'm about to consider, sir. What more may you ask of me? Unless you doubt my probity.
I surely do not, sir. I'll let you consider it, then.
I'll let you put your heart to rest. I'll be position, Mr. Proctor.
I should like to question whether John Proctor...
I bid you be silent! Mr. Cheever, will you go into the court and bring the children here? Mary Warren. How came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you tell me that you calmly sat in my court, callously lying, when you knew that people would hang by your evidence. Answer me. Were you instructed in your life? Do you not know God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I am with God now.
Oh, you are with God now.
Aye, sir.
Well, I will tell you this. You are either lying now or you are lying in the court. In either case, you have committed perjury and will go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say you lied, Mary. Do you know that?
I cannot lie no more. I am with God. I am with God.
Ruth Putnam's not in the court today, so nor the other children.
These will be sufficient. Sit you down, children. Your friend, Mary Warren, has given us a deposition in which she swears that she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She claims as well that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law, and the law based upon the Bible, and the Bible writ by Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft and describe death as the penalty thereof. But, likewise, children, the law and Bible damn all bearers of false witness. Now, it does not escape me that this deposition may be devised to blind us. It may well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan, who sends her here to distract our sacred purpose. If so, her neck shall break for it. But if she speak true, I bid you now drop your guile and confess your pretense. For a quick confession will go easier with you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Now, children, a very auger bit will be turned into your souls until your honesty is proved. Will either of you change your positions now, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have naught to change, sir. She lies.
You would still go on with this?
Aye, sir.
A puppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren claims that you sat by her in the court when she made it, that you saw her make it and witnessed how she herself stuck her needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
It is a lie, sir.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see puppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
Your Honour, my wife never kept no puppets. Mary Warren confesses it was her puppet.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever.
when I spoke to Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no puppets, but she did keep puppets when she were a girl.
She's not been a girl these 15 years, Your Honour.
But a puppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
It will keep if it is kept. But Mary Warren swears she never saw no puppets in my house, nor anyone else.
Why could there not have been puppets hid where no one ever saw them?
There might also be a dragon with 5 legs in my house, but no one has ever seen it.
We are here, Your Honour, precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Mr. Danforth, what profit this girl to turn herself about? What may Mary Warren gain but hard questioning and worse?
You're charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous cool plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife.
It is not a child. Now, hear me, sir. In the sight of the congregation, she were twice this year put out of the meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's this, laughter?
Your Excellency, she were under Tituba's power at that time, but she is solemn now.
Aye, now she's solemn and goes to hang people.
Quiet, man.
Surely it had no bearing on the question, sir. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, now, tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
Excellency, since I came to Salem, this man is blackening my name.
In a moment, sir. What is this? Dancing?
Abigail leads the girls to the woods, Your Honour, and they've danced there. Naked.
Your Honour, this is
Mr.
all...
Parris discovered him himself in the dead of night. There's the child, she is.
Mr. Parris?
I can only say, sir, that I never found any of them naked, and this
You
man...
have discovered them dancing in the woods. Abigail?
Excellency, when I first came from Beverly, Mr. Parris told me that.
Mr. Parris, do you deny that?
I do not, sir, but I never saw any of them naked.
But she have danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Oh, pray proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary, were never threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
No, sir.
And yet, when people accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
That were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin were icy, Mr. Danforth. You have seen.
I saw that many
She
times.
only pretended to faint, Your Excellency. They're all marvellous pretenders.
Then can she pretend to faint now?
Now?
Why not? But now there are no spirits attacking her, for none in this room is accused of witchcraft. So let her turn herself cold now. Let her pretend to be attacked now. Let her faint. Faint. I faint. Prove to us how you pretended in the court so many times.
I cannot faint now, sir.
Can you not pretend it?
I have no sense of it now.
Why, what is lacking now?
I cannot tell, sir.
Might it be that here there is no afflicting spirit loose, but in the court there were some?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now. Prove to us how you can faint by your own will, as you claim.
Cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? It were attacking spirits made you faint.
No, sir.
Excellency, this is a trick to blind the court.
It's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
I thought you saw them.
But I did not, Your Honor.
How could you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, but I did. I heard the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and it were only sport in the beginning, sir. But then the whole world cried spirits, spirits, and I promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only thought I saw them, but I did not.
Oh, Your Excellency is surely not taken by this simple lie.
Abigail, I bid you now search your heart and tell me this. And beware of it, child. To God every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible on them that take life without cause. Is it possible that the spirits you have seen are illusion only? Some deception that may cross your mind when you...
This is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murdered every day because I'd done my duty pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward. To be mistrusted, denied, questioned like
Child, I do not mistrust you.
Let you beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you to be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits. Beware of it. There is...
What is it, child?
Not a witch. Cold wind has come.
Abby!
Your Honor, I freeze.
They're pretending.
It's cold, Your Honor. Touch her.
Mary, do you send this shadow on me?
Lord, save me! I freeze, I freeze!
It is a witch!
A witch! Abby, don't do that!
Lady Warren, do you witch her? I say to you, do you send your spirit out?
Mr. Crucible, I cannot, I cannot. Heavenly Father, take away this shadow!
How do you call heaven?
Man, what do you...
It is a whore!
You charge...
Mr. Danforth, he's lying!
Mark her now. She'll suck a scream to stab me with.
You will prove this will not pass.
I have known her, sir. I have known her.
You are a lecher. John, you cannot say such a thing.
Oh, Francis. I wish you had some evil in you that you might know me. A man will not cast away his good name, you surely know that.
In what time? In what place?
In the proper place, where my beasts are bedded. On the last night of my joy, some 8 months past, she used to serve me in my house. A man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know it now. I beg you, sir. I beg you, see her what she is. My wife, my dear good wife, took this girl soon after, son, put her out on the high road, and being what she is, a lump of vanity, sir. Excellency, forgive me, forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave. And well she might. For I thought of her softly. God help me, I lost it. And there is a promise in such sweat. But it is a whore's vengeance. And you must see it. I set myself entirely in your hands. I know you must see it now.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this?
If I must answer that, I will leave and I will not come back again.
I've made a belle of my honor. I've wrung the doom of my good name. You will believe me, Mr. Danforth, my wife is innocent, except she knew a whore when she saw one.
What look do you give me? I'll not have such looks.
You will remain where you are. Mr. Paris, go into the court and bring goodwife Proctor out.
But, Your Honor, this is all...
And tell her not one word of what's been spoken here. And let you knock before you enter. Now we will touch the bottom of this swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman.
In her life, sir, she have never lied. There are them that cannot sing and them that cannot weep. My wife cannot lie. I've paid much to learn it, sir.
And when she put this girl out of your house, she put her out for a harlot. Oh, sir. And knew her for a harlot.
Oh, sir, she knew her for a harlot.
Good, then. And if she tell me, child, it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy on you. Hold! Turn your back. Turn your back. Do likewise. Now let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. No one in this room is to speak one word or raise a gesture, aye or nay. Enter. Mr. Cheever, report this testimony with all exactness. Are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Come here, woman. You will look at me only. Not at your husband. In my eyes only.
Good sir.
We are given to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? No. You will look at me only, not at your husband. The answer is in your memory, and you need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me. And my husband.
In what way dissatisfied you?
She were...
Woman, look at me. Was she slovenly? Lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, at that time I were sick and... my husband is a good and righteous man. He is never drunk, as some are. No wasting his time at the shovel board, but always at his work. But in my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning from me. And this girl...
Now look at me.
Aye, sir. Abigail Williams, sir.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. And so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
And your husband? Did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, sir.
Then he did not turn from you.
He...
Look at me. To your own knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer my question. Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her, Marshal.
Elizabeth, tell the truth.
She has spoken. Remove her.
Elizabeth, I've confessed it.
Oh, God!
She only thought to save my name.
Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you, stop now before another is condemned. I may shut my conscience to it no more. Private vengeance is working through this testimony. From the beginning, this man has struck me true. By my oath to heaven, I believe him now, and I beg you, call back his wife.
She spoke nothing of lechery, and this man has lied.
I believe him. This girl has always struck me false.
You will not. Begone! Begone, I say!
What is it, child? What's there? Child! Girls, mind you!
Behind the rafter!
Where?
Why do you come here, oh bird?
Oh, where's a bird? I see no bird.
My face?
Mr. Howe, do you see a bird?
Quiet!
God made my face. You cannot want to tear my face. Envy is a deadly sin, Mary.
Abby!
Mary, this is a black heart to change your shape. No, I cannot stop my mouth. It's gone struggling.
Daddy, I'm here!
They're pretending, Mr. Danforth.
Oh, please, Mary, don't! She's stretching her claws.
Lies, lies!
Mary, please don't hurt me.
I'm not hurting her!
Why does she see this vision?
She sees nothing!
She sees nothing.
Abby, you mustn't!
Abby, you mustn't.
I'm here!
You Warren, draw back your spirit out of them.
Mr. Danforth!
Mr. Danforth!
Have you compacted with the devil? Have you?
Never!
Why can they only repeat you?
Give me a whip, I'll stop it.
Abby, stop it!
Abby, stop it!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
A little while ago, you were afflicted. Now it seems you afflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power!
They're gulling you, mister.
Why did you turn about this past 2 weeks? Huh? You've seen the devil, have you not?
You cannot believe them. Mary, God damns all liars.
You've seen the devil, have you not? You've made compact with Lucifer.
God damns liars, Mary.
What do you say? I can't hear you. You will confess yourself or you will hang. You know who I am. I say you will hang if you do not open with me.
Mary, remember the angel Raphael. Do that which is good. I see nothing, Your Honor!
Do you confess this power? Speak!
Then
you speak!
I cannot!
Cast the devil out! Look him in the face! Trample him! We will save you, Mary! Only cast him out and we will save...
Mary, tell the governor what I...
Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Mary.
You're the devil's man!
Praise God!
Praise God!
Mary,
I'll
how...
not hang with you. I love God. I love God.
He bid you do the devil's work?
He come at me by night and every day. Design.
Sign what?
The devil's book! He come with the book!
My name. He want my name. I'll murder you, he says, if my wife acts. We must go and overthrow the court, he says.
Mr. Hale!
He waked me every night. His eyes were like coals, and his fingers claw my neck. And I sign.
Excellency, this child's gone wild!
Mary! Mary!
No, I love God. I go your way no more. I love God. I bless God. Happy. Never hurt you more.
What are you? You are combined with Antichrist, are you not? I have seen your power. You will not deny it. What say you, mister?
I will have it.
Will you confess yourself befouled with hell, or do you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you?
I say God is dead. Hear it? Hear it? The fire is burning. I hear the burn of Lucifer. I see his filthy face, and it is my face and yours, Danforth. For them that quail to bring men out of ignorance as I have quailed. And as you quail now, and you know in all your black hearts that this be flawed, God damns our kind especially, and we will burn. We will burn together.
Marshal! Take him and Corey with him to the jail.
I denounce these proceedings.
You are pulling heaven down and raising up a whore.
I denounce these proceedings. I quit this court.
Mr. Hale! Mr. Hale!
Sarah? Wake up, Sarah, good?
Majesty. Oh, come in, come in. He's here. His Majesty's come.
Go to the north cell. This place is wanted now.
Oh, don't look to me like His Majesty. Look to me like the Marshal.
Yeah, we'll get along with you. Clear this place.
Oh, is it you, Marshal? I felt sure you'd be the devil coming for us. Here, could I ever sip a cider for me going away?
And where are you off to, Sarah?
We're going to Barbados. Soon the devil gets here with the feathers and the wings.
Well, a happy voyage to you.
A pair of bluebirds swinging southerly, the two of us. Oh, it'd be a grand transformation, Marshal.
Well, you best give me that. He'll never rise off the ground. Come along.
I'll speak to him for you, Marshal, if you desire to come along.
Well, I'd not refuse it, Tituba. It's the proper morning to fly into hell.
Oh, it'd be no hell in Barbados. Devil. Him be pleasure man in Barbados. Him be singing and dancing in Barbados. It's you folks who has him up around here. It'd be too cold around here for that old boy. He frees his soul in Massachusetts. But in Barbados, it's as sweet as it can be. I said, that's him, said.
Oh, I be Her Majesty.
Deputy Governor's arrived. Come along.
Come along. No, I'm going home. You're coming for me.
That's not Satan. It's just a poor old cow with an apple of milk. Come along.
Oh, I don't think about. You tell him. Sarah Good is going.
Come on, sir.
Sarah Good,
Go on, move on.